Hello, I'm Samantha M. Bailey, author of Woman on the Edge. And I wanted to say a huge thank you to Therese Walsh and Writer Unboxed for inviting authors with canceled events, tours, who are out with new releases now, to participate in videos so that we can share our work with a wider audience online. It is so appreciated right now, and so I hope many authors are taking advantage because I know there are such incredible books that are coming out right now. My debut is Woman on the Edge, published with Simon & Schuster Canada in North America, headline in the UK, and it will be translated into 7 languages in Europe over the next while. So I'm going to read you the tagline from my book, which is, "She gave you her baby and then she jumped." So this is a story of Morgan Kincaid and Nicole Markham, two strangers, or so it seems, whose lives collide on a subway platform on a hot day in Chicago. Nicole is a mother of a newborn baby girl who approaches Morgan Kincaid. Morgan is a social worker who is just on her way home from work, who has never before in her life seen the woman who approaches her with the baby, but she recognizes right away that the woman is very distraught. And the woman asks her to take her baby. She says Morgan's name. She thrusts the baby into Morgan's arms, and then she jumps in front of an oncoming train. And that's my thriller. It's available now at all ebook, audio, paperback retailers. So I'm going to look at the questions that were sent that are actually really excellent questions. How long did it take you to write your book? So my book, this is actually not the first book I've written. It is the 5th book I've written over a 17-year period of ups and downs and highs and lows and starts and no-goes. So this book, though, took 6 years from start to finish, from the day I started writing it to the day I finally got to see it on bookshelves in Canada, because it released earlier here. It released November 26th here, March 3rd in the US, to the day I could finally see it on bookshelves and say to my children, "There's Mommy's book." And it was probably the proudest day of my life, because I could show my children that dreams come true if you keep at it, if you don't give up, and if you just work really, really hard. Like I said, it took me 17 years. So I had been on submission twice before with rom-coms with my former agent, and that was way back in the early 2000s, and unfortunately those didn't sell, or fortunately, because this happened, and so we amicably parted ways, and I went on to figure out what I was going to do, and I continued writing, and I wrote 2 more books that did not find an agent. And then I wrote Woman on the Edge, and it did find an agent, and it did change my life. And it's really, I could say that the whole process, the length of it, the amount of work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, brought me the most incredible people in my life. It brought me an amazing author community of writers who inspire me, and who I truly love and appreciate so much. It brought me some of my best friends in the world. It brought me bookstagrammers, bloggers, librarians, booksellers, and readers, and my readers, who I'm so grateful for, especially now. The book became a #1 national bestseller Canada, and I'm laughing because it's so surreal and shocking that that has happened. And like I said, it just came out in the US, and the entire book community has embraced each other and been there for each other, and I'm really thankful for that right now, and hope everyone is well and hope everyone is safe and hanging in there. So something that you should know about working within the industry. The question is, what's something writers should know about working within the industry, whether it be about agents, editors, publicists, covers, websites, etc. I think something you should know that persistence is key. And for me, at least, revision is where the magic happens. It is not an easy process at all to be a writer, but it is a process. My agents and I spent 3.5 years revising Woman on the Edge, tearing it down and rebuilding it maybe 20 times. And to me, it was a gift. I might be a masochist, but I love the toughest, most brutal, most honest feedback. I'm also a freelance editor for authors' manuscripts. And so if I'm going to dish it out and give other authors feedback, then I should be able to take it. And I actually really love it. I like to be able to know what I need to fix, especially if I can't see it for myself. So I would say if you can embrace revision, embrace the writing community and the book community, and just keep going, that it won't be fast. It won't be easy, but it's going to be so, so worth it. And what is my secret to perseverance? I will end with this. I am really, really stubborn. Also, I think if you want something so much, you just have to keep going until it happens, because that's what life is all about. And what this global pandemic and what's happening to all of us right now is teaching me, and maybe it's teaching you as well, that this is a time perhaps to use the time at home if you can. I mean, I have 2 kids and I'm juggling it all, of course, but to really go after things that you were previously scared to try, to take risks, because we never know what's around the corner and aren't sure what is going to come. So go for it is what I was going to say right now. I know people are feeling very, very low, and I am too. I understand totally. But all I can say right now is go for every opportunity that comes your way, and embrace every moment that you can. And again, please be safe, be well. And if you want to read, there is Woman on the Edge, but there are also tons and tons of new releases that are out. So definitely check those out. There are so many for me to even mention here, but definitely look online. Twitter is abound, social media is abound with all the releases that are coming out. So please support each other, and thank you so much.